Did you know that you don't need a marriage license? In this video, I'm going to break down what a marriage license is really about and what they don't disclose to you when you go apply for a marriage license. Now, typically when two people decide to get married, they go down to the county courthouse and apply for a marriage certificate. But little do they know what they're getting themselves into legally. Now, traditionally, a man will go ask a woman's father for her hand in marriage, correct? Now today, the people go and ask the state to get married, which the state is acting as the father in a doctrine called Parens Patriae. Parens Patriae, father of his country, parent of the country. In the United States, the state as a sovereign. In locus parentis, in the place of a parent, instead of a parent, charged factitiously with a parent's rights, duties, and responsibilities. That's one reason why they have you go get a marriage license, because you're getting permission from the state, which is acting as your father. License, certificate, or the document itself which gives permission. Permission by some competent authority to do some act, which without such permission would be illegal. So now you got to ask yourself, would it be illegal to marry if you didn't get this so-called license? And did you know the wedding ceremony is actually a legal proceeding? Let's break that down. So just like you have in the courtroom, you have a judge, which is the officiant, you have the prosecutor, and you have the defendant. And just like in a court case, the judge or the officiant names the two parties at the beginning to the proceedings of the marriage ceremony. And check this out. So after the man and woman say their vows, what do the officiant ask the crowd? If anyone in the crowd have any objections to why this man and woman shouldn't be married. And this is why after they're finished saying their I do's, the officiant says, by the power invested in me by the state of so-and-so, I now pronounce you man and woman. And that's also the reason why they have to have two witnesses sign the marriage certificate, letting you know it's a legally binding document. Get into the case law. When two people decide to get married, they are required to first procure a license from the state. If they have children of this marriage, they are required by the state to submit their children to certain things such as school attendance and vaccination. Marriage is a three-party contract between the man, the woman, and the state. Marriage is a civil contract between three parties, the husband, the wife, and the state. The policy of the act gives the state a strong continuing interest in the institution of marriage and prevents the marriage relation from becoming, in effect, a private contract terminable at will. This seems to us another indication that public policy disfavored private contractual alternatives to marriage. And that private contract is called a common law marriage, which they don't like because they don't get to regulate it. So remember, every time you get a license, you invoke the jurisdiction of the state, meaning you come within their regulation.